What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your attractive, active host on Paid the Cost Podcast, Teflon. Today we talk about Juneteenth, history, information, how important it is to spread it. I paid the cost. Paid the Cost Podcast. This episode is all about Juneteenth. Information. Let's get it. Paid the Cost Podcast. I'd like to start off by thanking everybody for being here today. Also thanking God for the ability to transition. A lot of times the truth is uncomfortable, right? But when we think about life, we think about what we pass down to our kids. We think what's passed down generation to generation, at the bare minimum, at least need to be information. A lot of people think, passing money down is okay. And sometimes, you can bulletproof the money. And so that's another thing that you have to do. If you're somebody that's operating in your family with a high income or a possibility to change things and bring wealth, as much as you can, you got to bulletproof the money. So you will see a situation where the money is in a trust and you can't sell it without everybody signing off, and it's a family business, or, you'll see the money being bulletproof by the person that put in the work. But, you got to pass down things that and be comfortable with telling our truth as it pertains to where we come from. When I came up, I was a little dude that in the neighborhood that, my people made sure I was dressing cool, and so for me, that gave me a level of confidence, because a losing came with that, and not my mama or my scenario, but I want to talk about, actually, before I move on, that in the Black community, there's men that's hyper focused on their appearance and not even their health. I'm saying, the dressing side of it, because there's rewards from on the side of being in tune with and healthy. So that's not what I'm speaking about. But on the dressing side of things, there's men that's hyper focused on that. And I would argue, somewhere down the road that, that was passed down, from their mother, based on tradition. You'll see a mother, make sure her kids dress well before she even go get her the car that she need, or put some money up for the business or what have you. They'll sacrifice, for the fashion. I guess the thought is, when you're a child and you don't know no better, that it must have money. They got all the Jordans, but it's a disease, it's a curse. And so the ghetto has cursed us with being slaves to symbols. And you'll see people with their sacrifice their living standards, for the name brand things. At some point, it's lack of information. On in other points, it's like, so yeah, you just really want to play your money on this spot over here. I was talking to my homeboy, right? Because actually I've been watching a lot of these trials lately. I was noticing that that's a common thread thing. Oftentimes, things they play out on the internet when they get in the courtroom. Even the G code goes out the window. You'll be sitting right in court and facing one of these niggas, and he go the same nigga that was online saying, well, he was going to do this and he was going to do that about you, and when he see you, they didn't got on you, they didn't got off on you, and the situation, unfortunately, it ends with someone on their inside falling victim of the whole situation. And these niggas are walking court and testify on you. I was watching the Blueface trial, and Blueface was in there with his homeboys. I guess the little dude got into it with him. He got shot. He in there with Blueface. He take a selfie in the middle of the courtroom. I said, man, That's the same nigga that made that nigga shooting. I mean, that's crazy, man. You know, these niggas are making y'all. I remember how it happened. Um, he's a monster. He tried to kill me, and y'all only gonna, man, come on now, dude. And you be like, this nigga, he tricked me off the streets, man. You know, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, because they mastered the art of your emotions. You know, you know, um, you know, I was reading a story about a little young girl. She was 15. Um, um, I'm gonna tell you, man. These people. This AI have mastered the art. You know what I mean? Of mind changing. You know what I mean? Especially in this TikTok. Especially with the Chinese thing, they're gonna integrate it with this American thing. TikTok, they're gonna get the American brand of TikTok, and they're gonna integrate it. And so a lot of things, information, we miss because of this different kind of information that's out here. They putting out this false information and not telling the true side of the stories. Basically what I'm saying is you can't let them put you in a trick bag, you know what I mean, through this internet thing, because they'll fool you. You know what I mean? They'll pull the cover right over your face and have you believe in something that's not true unless you research that information to stand up and